Hi, this is Bishop Craig in Lansing, and this is Take One for the week of November 21st. Peace be with you. My friend and colleague, Pastor Paul Erickson of the Greater Milwaukee Synod, sent a message this week asking for prayers for the people of Waukesha in light of the disruption on Sunday night at the Christmas festival. I couldn't help thinking that this Christmas festival reminded me of the silver bells in the city here in Lansing, or the lighting of the Christmas tree in Traverse City, or other festivals throughout our state that celebrate the holiday. Strikes us close to home. People in our congregations in Waukesha know people that were hurt and killed. So we ask for your prayers. Take a moment as you watch this video, or after you watch this video, please pray. We also, I think, need prayers for Kenosha in light of the verdict there, that there will be peace and calm, and that the Kenosha community will be able to move forward. And I expect this week we will also need prayers for Georgia, as there will be another verdict, whatever that is, or at least as it goes to the jury. I guess this is a time for me to say to you all that I am not quick to post to Facebook in light of these things. I don't issue statements if it doesn't happen in Michigan, in the territory of the synod, because there are synodical bishops to do that. And yet I feel it deeply. I feel these things deeply. We try to share comments from people more local. But boy, we could use prayers, and I think we can use Advent as well. Advent begins on Sunday, and the first reading from Jeremiah promises a righteous branch for David, and boy, how we need it. I find I'm a little disappointed. What I would like is a righteous tree for David, or a righteous forest for David. I would like God's righteousness to be strong and swift and sudden, like the image of the Son of Humanity coming on the clouds in Luke. Jesus tells the parable of the fig tree, and we have learned that we all have signs, and we can see whatever we want in the signs. And Jesus is calling us to see in the signs that our redemption is at hand, that God is doing something new. This is the essence of faith. Not that things are ending, but that God is doing something new. But I am most attracted this week to the second reading from Thessalonians that begins, how can we give God thanks pretty much enough in return for the joy that we feel for you before our God. And then it goes on. And if I were preaching this Sunday, I would be tempted as the sermon to just read Thessalonians slowly and deliberately, and invite the congregation to have an attitude adjustment and to bring their hearts and minds more in line with Thessalonians than where I sense we are today. So Thanksgiving is Thursday, and a good Thanksgiving activity, or a good Wednesday activity in preparation for Thanksgiving, might be to read the second reading from Thessalonians and make it concrete in your life and in the life of your family, and in the life of your church and in the life of your community. How do the words of that epistle reading apply to you and your context? That's what I might do if I was preaching. We have a quiet week this week, at least I do, or at least it's starting out that way. On Tuesday, the Living Water Ministry Board meets, and on Wednesday there is a staff meeting, and on Thanksgiving it's Thanksgiving. So traditionally, from now till the new year, things get a little quieter in the synod office, as people turn their minds and hearts to Advent and Christmas. So we'll see if that holds out. I talked to Pastor Roseanne this morning, and we both realized that we have been on red alert for so many weeks now, months as a matter of fact, with congregational conflict, that the fact that it's quiet has us feeling, we thought maybe depressed, but maybe unsettled, waiting for another shoe to drop. So it's going to take us a few days to relax. That doesn't mean you need to call us up this week with congregational conflict. We are just very mindful of the toll that these months have taken on us. I'm very pleased that Barbara Keller, who is a consultant for the ELCA, is going to do an event for rostered ministers on Zoom on, I think, the 30th of November in the morning on dealing with anger. Pastors and deacons dealing with their own anger and with the anger of others. I plan to attend not only so that I might get some tools to help others, but hopefully to help me find a way to process kind of my own frustration over the way things are. And if you're a rostered minister, a pastor, or a deacon watching this, I think the link is in our update. I encourage you to register for this 1-hour class. I truly do. Finally, I saw a video commentary on the news that says that the food will be tasting better on this Thanksgiving Day, not because the cook has improved, because that families will be together. Today on the news, I saw that in Lansing, the Salvation Army is doing 3 Thanksgiving dinners this week in person, and they had one today, and they noticed the difference of people being together. So we give thanks for that. And I would say that, Michigan is the hottest spot in the nation today with COVID, or at least this weekend. Jackson County, I think, is the hottest county in our state. We can have a lot of freedom if we would make sure that we are vaccinated, and when we're around, when we're indoors, when it is right to do so, not by my feeling, but by what the scientists say, to put on a mask and keep each other safe. I'm hearing a lot about individual rights, and I have the right, and no one should tell me how to exercise my right. Except Jesus said, greater love has no one than this, than to lay down one's life for his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. To be Christian is to follow the way of Jesus, who went ultimately to the cross out of love for all of us who are his friends. Exercising our rights at the expense and jeopardy of others is not a Christ-like action. We are in baptism made heirs of the promise, yes, and we are made servants of all. So I have not said it in a while, but I am saying again, the thing to do to show Christ-like love is to do what it takes to keep the neighbor safe. And then we all get to have Thanksgiving and Advent and Christmas. So I wish you a very, very happy Thanksgiving. I hope that you will get to be with people who are vaccinated. And I will say an extra special prayer for those who, for whatever reason, continue to need to be alone or with a small group of friends. Because that's very sad. And please pray for Wisconsin. And later in the week, pray for Georgia. I'm Bishop Craig, and this is Take One. And peace be with you. Take care.